Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am at Vana Studios today.
Hi guys, it's Vana.
With a Vana. We decided to do a couple of videos, so you'll probably see a lot of us together. I mean, you've been seeing us together in some of the other videos anyway. Yeah. But not really together, I feel like, because it was like the Daiso, she was over there somewhere, I was over here
on the other side.
So it wasn't really together, but yes, you will see, is this more of a collaboration than the other? Because I feel like they were kind of off, but yes, so you will see us together more talking about a lot of different topics that are not just Korea based. They'll be everywhere based, people based, everything based, I don't know. Society based, news based, I don't know, something based, water based, maybe there's some water, throw some water somewhere.
Some milk.
It's gonna be a lot of tears and hugs and fire. I don't know where the fire's gonna come from. Maybe we should do no fire. I don't want anything to burn down.
What are you talking about? Fire? You trying to burn down my house?
That's why we are at Vana Studios and not at my place. But as you notice, it is a lot brighter too because she has light and I don't, apparently. But speaking, I guess, of light, today I want to talk about colorism because there's just been so much going on, especially like on her channel, and then like what I've experienced coming here and just noticing from like Korean people from being here. I want to say like the first thing is probably like Korean people don't really like to get dark. As you know, they always have like them sun shade umbrellas. I mean, like there'd be like no sun at all, but they got it out like whoop, just in case, like. You know, like
a little itty bitty red sun might hit them. You never know.
Like, oh, there it goes. Girl, what you looking at? Like, exactly, like what's going on? You know, but a lot of that stuff adds up to a lot of things that you probably like experience if you come here if you're like of a darker complexion, because besides nobody wanting to get dark, when you could tell that people are kind of scared of being dark, like from my perspective, I kind of assume that they probably don't like dark skin, which to me it kind of topples over into maybe they don't like dark-skinned people. But I mean, that's not always true. It could be just maybe for yourself. Maybe you just don't like getting tan, or maybe you have like a disease where the sun can't, or the sun's rays kind of like affect you negatively.
Yeah, but here it's more because of their beauty standards. Like to them, skinny and pale is top. Like they're always striving to be very pale. Even if they have a darker complexion, they will buy foundation that is like 3 shades too light and be like, this is my natural color. And you're like, girl, I see your neck. I see your neck. Stop it.
Okay, and there is that, but yeah, besides all of that, it is true that Koreans just like to be light, and I won't even just go with just Koreans because there's a lot of different things like of people saying like Thai people too. Like if you ever saw that book about how they had this thing where they had like, it was like a white guy and then it said like handsome and then they had a black guy.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I was thinking for a second, I'm like, wait a minute. I got it, yeah.
And it said the black guy and it said like ugly, and that's just because they were trying to tell people that darker skin is ugly and that lighter skin is handsome. But Thai people are generally darker, I want to say, or what I'm like accustomed to seeing.
Like Filipinos usually are darker too. So,
but like I don't know. I just don't understand why it's like. I mean, the purpose is like if you like your skin to be lighter or whatever, that is kind of, you know, that's your thing. That's what you want to do. But as long as it doesn't go on to like talking about other people, like oh, I hate your skin color because it's so dark or something like that, you know, because like even like for me and my kids, especially when I first got here, like there was me, a black teacher, and then there was a white teacher, and then he comes from Africa.
I talked about that in my video. You were that friend. With
I saw it, and I was like, oh, there she goes. And I'm from America, so my kids were like, I don't know, we had a discussion on it about black people, because the one thing that I do like about Chundam is it topples a lot of different things that you probably wouldn't like talk about with kids. Like, I mean, a lot. Like plastic surgery and all that stuff. And I mean, yeah, like kind of some stuff maybe you shouldn't, you know. But then, you know, we have the occasional things where like we talked about like black people and stuff, just like how my kids is like, oh, you look just like this guy. And I'm like,
insert image.
like, is it like, I don't know if is it because of my twist, like, or like,
is it that guy from the video game that was really popular amongst the kids right now?
That
Rail
one too.
Slide or something?
That was what is that game called? Overwatch.
Okay.
I mean, granted, it is the famous black character in the game, so yay me. I think, but like every time, like, and then they started like, oh, you look like this one famous wrestler. Oh, you look like, I'm just like, wow, I don't look like every black person in the like, wow, my facial features are just good. I just be looking like every black person. Like, how does that happen? You know, but like, there's a lot of stuff, but then we went into that because we were talking about that already. And then we went into like, me coming from America, and he said, oh, teacher, you don't come from Africa? And like, it was like crickets because I was just like, and I was like, no, I don't come from Africa. You know, as you can tell, I am speaking English. Don't even know any African languages, sadly. You know, but like, I was like, oh, but do you know Emil teacher? I was like, the new teacher. And he was like, oh, yeah, isn't he from America? And I was like, no, he's from Africa. And he was like, no, he's not. And I'm just like, what do you mean he's not? I'm telling you he is. And it's like, no, he's not. And I'm just like, no, he is. And I'm from America. No, teacher, you're from Africa. He is from America. And I'm just like, how are you telling me where I'm from?
That's the thing. It's like, a lot of times here, they don't understand that black people come in all different kinds of shades and colors. Because I mentioned that in my video as well. It's sad, and I don't agree with it, but they always associate like darker skin complexions with Africa. And then not only do they associate the skin complexion with it, but like also your condition most of the time. It's like, oh, do you have money? Or like, can you afford a car? Like, some of those things do sit in their mind. Like, not all Koreans, but like a lot of them do think that like Africa is a poor country and people that come from there, they don't have money. So it's kind of like the overall image that's kind of coming with that is not a good one.
Yeah, I want to say, because I just don't like that you would just assume that I'm from Africa, or anybody that's black is from Africa. Which is pretty funny, is that generally I want to say African people are a little darker and compared to black people in like America, which is a little bit browner, and then depending on if you're mixed even further, because the majority of people that came from Africa that were brought over on the slave trade, majority of them were mixed because, you know, it was like white people, all these, like everybody was kind of mixed. Nobody is kind of pure black, I want to say. So it was just all of that comes in. So a lot of us are lighter, and even that, like you will see people that are from Africa, you know, that would just say like even black, like even my skin color is just not good because, you know, I have to be mixed with something because I'm not as dark, you know. And then, you know, you have Vana, she is a little bit lighter, but like everybody goes down a whole line of like colorism, like you know, when we should be like fighting together as one group of people, you know, and like just like being happy for each other. Like some things happen, like for an example, like we tried applying to like this modeling agency, or well, for like this shoot or something like that, I can't remember, but what I did is I had found it, so I applied, and then I sent him I sent him a message. I sent a guy a message, and then maybe like 10 minutes later I was like, oh, let me ask Vanna if she wants to do it. So like 10 minutes later I'm telling her about it, and then like she had to find the page, all of that. like it took some time. Literally, like it wasn't even 2 seconds after mine. And then she sent something in, and then he replies like 2 seconds later. She's like, I got something. I'm like, what? What do you mean? But I like held it in. I was like, oh, that sounds nice. like, oh, really? What did he say? You He's like, oh, it's too late. They already found all their people, but next time, like, he'll let me know. And in my head, I'm just like, wow, like, even if they found all their people, he could just told me, like, we found all our people, you know, or whatever. And I would have been like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like, you know, but he didn't reply at all. He didn't even look at it, if I'm correct. It's just like he saw my picture and he probably just like, oh, I'm not looking for that. But even that, like, majority of sites, like, they say who they're looking for. Like, honestly, sometimes it's kind of sad. It's like, but like, maybe they are actually trying to fill a role for somebody specific. Like, maybe I actually need somebody from Puerto Rico or from Mexico, so please, you know, like that. I understand, but he had nothing, like nothing. Like, he didn't have no standards.
No, it just said apply. I'm looking for foreigners, men and women. And then I applied, and he was probably like, oh, he probably didn't even know that I have black in me. He probably assumed I'm something else. I guess that's what people are telling me the whole time with, like, light skin privilege. So, you know, he messaged me like that, and then he contacted me a week afterwards too, because they had another shooting going on. And I was like, I'm not gonna work with you if you're discriminating like that. No, that's a taboo in my book. Because, you know, just because somebody has a certain skin complexion, or, you know, it's just whack. Like, why would you do that? Like, why would you sit there and put that on the internet and not say, I'm looking for this kind of person or that kind of person, and then just not respond to somebody maybe ruthless like that, you know? And then on the other hand, you have the ones that are like really extreme, and they'll put like Caucasian only. And you're like, if we were somewhere else in the world, you get sued.
but you know, like, even that, like, even for me, I'm like, at least you told me, so I'm not gonna waste my time. But he didn't even say that. And the funny thing is, I wouldn't have even known if I had asked her to apply too. Because if I didn't ask her to apply, I would have just been like, oh, maybe, I would have just assumed, like, maybe they already found all the people or something, or maybe he didn't see it, or maybe I even had the wrong, like, cacao or something like that. You know, maybe I didn't even reply to the right person. But then and then 2 seconds later, I'm like, really? So that's when I knew, like, oh, you know, like, oh, maybe he just didn't want darker people, you know, because I also thought, like, because I don't like to call people racist or anything like that. So I was like, oh, maybe he just didn't want any guys or anything like that. Sad thing is, like, a little bit later, like, I saw on the same page, it's like, oh, he's trying to find this one, sadly, white guy. And I'm just like, oh, okay, so it wasn't guys. I was like, oh, so it was, like, my skin color. You know, but even that, like, I'm not going to sit there and be mad at, like, her for getting, like, inside and then not me or whatever, because that would be wrong. Like, she didn't do anything, she was just applying, you know. But like, he accepted her or whatever, but that's on him, because he's the one that did everything. He's the one that is the type of bad people that you want to look out for, you know, and watch out for. But why would you want to hate somebody else for something that they had no control over?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, even in my video, as you saw, I don't know if you guys watched it, but I did state, it's my experience. It's my opinion. And I went into colorism and I was like, depending on your skin color, if you're darker or lighter, your experience will be different, right? So that is colorism. They even have it amongst each other here in Korea. They discriminate against a Korean that has a darker skin complexion. They're like, oh, you need to do something with your skin. You might not find a husband, or that's not pretty. Like, that does go on here. But what I didn't appreciate was when I put my experience. When I put my experience out there, in my opinion, you know, I didn't attack anyone. I did never ever state that I would have the same experience as a darker person. I never said that. But then people are coming for me like, you have light skin privilege. I don't hear you talking about that. You're not acknowledging that you have it easier than other people. I didn't even go into the struggles that different people have. I just made the statement and spoke for myself. I don't have the right to sit there and talk about somebody's experience. Like, I could never talk about how Greg feels. I could never go on the internet and say Greg feels this and that way, because I am not Greg. Greg is Greg. I am me. I can only speak about myself, and I don't appreciate, like, the comparison that's been going on between me and other people. I'm just going to put it that way, because that is also another person. Why are you trying to compare that person with me and then only put it in a negative way? I could understand if I would have went on there and I would have been like, well, you know, because, you know, but I did not do that. I was talking about myself and my experience, and to me, it is hurtful when I tell somebody that I'm something, you know? Just like when Greg said he's American, and they're like, no, teacher, you're from Africa. You know, like, that's hurtful. Just like when I say I'm black and people are telling me no, because it's a part of me. I am German and American. I am mixed, yes, but I embrace who I am as a person. And my father has a darker complexion, you know? So I'm just supposed to sit there and not say anything on it. It's kind of like, so what you're saying is I have to have a certain complexion to even speak about my experience or like give my opinion on something? I didn't know that. Like, I didn't know we have to, you know, pass the test, like, over here to say something. So, you know, that's the thing. That's the problem with colorism. And it's like Greg said, instead of coming together and loving each other as a community, we keep fighting each other and keep finding blame within the other person. Because I could sit here and just, I'm not doing it. I said I could. Let me clarify that. I said I could. I could sit here and reverse it and say like, oh, I was bullied by these people on the internet because they kept sending me messages and they were all dark-skinned people. That shows this and that. I would never do that. I would never scoop down to that level and blame somebody solely because of their skin color. I blame those people because they are ignorant. They are ignorant. I would never say that, you know, it's based on color, but they did that to me. They sat there and reversed it, and everything I said was put in the garbage, and they only focused on my skin color. To me, that's not fair. Just like it wouldn't be fair of me to do it the other way around. So, you know, next time you be talking about somebody, consider it. You know, consider it. Consider what you say, because you might look stupid.
Yeah, but not only that, like, I don't think people actually get, like, how, you know, like how they say, like, oh, well, it's like this for, like, the darker people or whatever, compared to a lighter person, you know, but they don't understand that you would kind of get it from both sides, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if I'm darker and I'm only getting it from lighter people, but then now you have to get it from darker people, but then you also get it from lighter people.
Exactly.
Because then you also had like Korean people saying stuff about you too. So it's just like, you know, or
not
just
only
people.
Korean.
But like, no, but I'm saying
in general, yeah. It's like the term that I got a lot was white passing. I am not white passing. Like maybe in some people's opinions, but when at the end of the day, I grew up in Germany, which is basically Caucasian. Nobody there thought I was white. Nobody in Germany thought I was white. They always thought I was a foreigner, be it like maybe Moroccan or whatever, but I was never considered white. So to me, it's like, maybe in your opinion, I'm white passing, but using that term is disrespectful towards a person, and in the eyes of white people, I am not white. Like, I can tell you that straight up because the other side of my family does not consider me white. Like, my white family, they're always telling me like, yeah, you're beautiful, you look exotic and stuff like that. So to me, it's like, I don't understand why you're trying to make it seem like this woman is Caucasian when she's not. And it's disrespectful to me because you're looking down not only on me, but you're looking down on my parents. So, you know, you're the child of someone too. So if I insult you, how do you think your parents would feel? How do you think they would feel if they sit there and look at those comments and read those comments? You guys, not you, like not you personally. Like, let me rephrase that.
Different channel.
Like, okay, let me rephrase that. Some people need to think about what they say before they go online.
Yeah.
Because everyone is the child of another person. And when you say something about that person, you're also insulting their family. And the people you see here in the videos, you don't know them that well. So who are you to give an opinion on something that a person has experienced? It's just like if I would sit here and look down on Greg like, well, that's not bad. Like, what you talking about? They said you from Africa. Like, why you tripping? Like, no, it's wrong because it's his experience and it makes him feel a certain way. So who am I to sit here and say, Greg, come on, you tripping, you know?
You are black. You are from Africa.
Exactly.
Yeah. But it is sad because like I have never even been to Africa. I would love to go someday. Not saying I wouldn't like to go someday.
I would love to go too.
Right?
Yeah.
I would like to experience. I want to go everywhere in the world. You know. But like my thing is because like for me, and I feel like it's the same for Vanity, it's just like putting love out there and just loving people that are good people. Like obviously bad people, it's hard to really try to find a way to love them when you're trying and they still like putting you down, and you know, and nobody wants to live a negative lifestyle, you know.
Exactly.
We've already been doing that probably because of a lot of things that we go through at home, you know, with parents, maybe some stuff with friends, you know, and stuff like that. But like to like get it from people like you don't know, like you should just be like showing love, you know. Like if it's something like you don't like them, like why would you even like come on and just be like, oh, I don't like you or whatever. Like for me, like if there's something I don't like, I'm just like, huh, I don't even dislike the video. I'm just like, oh, okay, well
you
maybe.
just leave.
Exactly, like I don't agree with it, so you know, like, oh, okay, whatever. Maybe I'll check out a future video just to see if it's something maybe I just didn't understand or something, but I'm not gonna dislike it. Oh,
not only that, like they sent me video links. Like to other people that were talking about their experience, not just any old experience now. It was an experience of like darker skinned girls being friends with light skinned girls and how these light skinned girls make them feel. So I was like, like, what are you trying to say? I'm not this specific light skinned girl in this situation, nor am I this girl's friend. And then it's like, this is the experience of a real black person. And I was just sitting there like, okay, what am I gonna do with this information now? Like,
better go out there and change your skin color real quick if you're trying to make another video. Exactly.
I'm like,
Mama, I need to get back inside and come back out. Like, still same color. What do I do?
because it's actually, you know, it's not a funny thing, but it's like when people go to that extent. Like, not to just dislike your video or comment on it, but also send you links from other people. Yeah. Like, I would never sit here and say, like, that person's experience was irrelevant to me or something like that. It's not, because I understand how that person feels too. But what is the point in showing me that video when I'm not that person? What is the point in saying those things to me when I'm not the only light-skinned person? What is the point saying that people like me are the reason that real black people aren't acknowledged online? And what is the point in telling me I'm the reason people like Beyonce represent the black community? I'm the reason like that people of lighter complexions are on the media. I'm like, what?
You famous.
I'm like, dang girl, I'm friends with Beyonce? I didn't know. Girl, you know, hit me up. Send a limo, please.
Beyonce, where you at? But yeah, it's really sad. Like, we're trying to make light of it and make it like more fun and like, you know, happier, because it is sad. Like overall, like even her and me, we have a lot of things that go on, you know, living abroad for one, because we're not at home, you know, and to experience a lot of that stuff from other people. We always talk about it, and that's what friends are for. You get to talk about these things, you know, and you know, and like laugh, get angry together, cry together, because a lot of that stuff you experience, and it's like, wow, like, why do people do that? Why are people like that, you know? And we've been having a rough beginning of the year, really rough, you know, and I feel like we're gonna have to come back to this another time, because this is getting really long.
Oh really? How long have we been talking already?
23 minutes.
Oh,
went by very quickly. So yeah, I think we're just going to have to leave it here now and then get back to this probably on like a different episode, because I feel like this is going to be a thing. Yeah. You'll have like us just like discussing different things on both channels, my channel and her channel. If you haven't subscribed to her yet, subscribe to her yet. Subscribe to her yet. Like always, just check out my description box, and you will find a link to her channel, and then you can get all the fandas she's too. You can get all the fandas she's loves.
Join the Van
and then yes, like I said, this will be on each other's videos. I'm talking about different things, because I feel like that's the thing that we're gonna probably do, is talk about like I said, a lot of different things, Korean based, everywhere based. So it's just going to be everywhere. So you're going to hear a lot from us in coming videos.
Yes.
So stay tuned for more. See you guys next time.
Bye.
You still here? Thanks for watching the video until the end. Please don't forget to check out the description box below for info on my friends that were in the video.
Hi!
Product links, my other social media platforms, and my new product designer. If you guys love the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget to comment, because I really love reading and writing back to comments that fans leave. And thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.